What up, everybody? It's your boy Theo Pinson here for episode 4 of Run Your Race with my boy AJ Richardson.
What up, beautiful people?
Once again, we do not want to take for granted the support and the love y'all have shown us throughout the first 3 episodes, and we hope y'all continue on this race with us throughout this rest of the time we do this. We appreciate it. We can't thank y'all enough. It's been a blast. Me and my boy AJ having a great time doing these podcasts, and many more to come. We're going to have guests. We're going to talk about things that's going on right now and stuff that happened in the past, all types of stuff. So once again, I just want to say thank you to everyone showing their love.
That's facts. Facts.
So this week, what we want to talk about is pretty much show our gratitude and our say thank you to the people who have helped us along the way, along our race, that we don't want to take for granted. Because one thing I've always said is that you can't do this thing alone. You can't go through this whole journey by yourself.
At all.
It's pretty much impossible. I know everybody say I'm independent. I'm self-made, whatever. You ain't self-made. Listen,
not by yourself.
Not by yourself. You had somebody help you along the way.
Facts.
So, I mean, just from the beginning, I know we touched on it over the past 3 episodes, but just from the beginning, like from my first AAU coach, from Coach Williams, who taught me, bro, I was practicing in hot ass gyms, like just the basics of playing team basketball. Like,
right.
He knew I was the best player on the team. And yeah, Coach Williams, I forgot his first name. It ain't Coach Williams who coached for Carolina, but Coach Williams who coached me with the North Carolina Gators. If anybody from North Carolina know the North Carolina Gators. Yeah, everybody remember the Gators. Yeah, so he taught me at a young age just about team basketball. And that has literally carried me to this day of showing to other people and making other people understand how much a team means to winning and succeeding in the long run. So
right.
That's one person I want to give thanks to. One of my coaches, Kiefer Langley.
Coach Langley,
bro. He took me under his wing. He was my 5th grade math teacher.
Was he?
He was my 5th grade math teacher, bro. And literally, we used to be in his classroom talking basketball. Of course, I still had to do my schoolwork, but before I could talk basketball, I had to do my schoolwork. So he kept me on the right path. The twins, KJ, Cam, all those guys, they're my brothers to this day. Yeah. And it's crazy. You just along the way, it's the people you run that you meet. You don't think of them at that moment being friends for a lifetime.
Right.
So
right.
I just want to say thank you to him. He was my.
I don't
coach.
think I knew he was even a teacher.
Yeah, bro.
I think
he still. He might be still. I think he still is a teacher.
Oh wow, that's crazy. So it's crazy. He really like impacting a lot of young kids' lives and things like that.
Exactly.
On the court and in the classroom. So that's major. Shout out to him.
For sure. And that's the thing, bro. It's like along the way, it's just one of those things where as you meet people, you want to just be genuine. You want to be just a good person. You want to put the right people in your circle. And I will forever show gratitude to both of those coaches. And then going to my high school coach, Coach Keith Gatlin. Everybody know Keith Gatlin, who played with Lynn Bias on Maryland. RIP to Lynn Bias, who was about to be, for sure, #1 pick. And it's crazy because I still talk to Coach Keith to this day. He's one of my great friends and mentors who told me, he was like, you're going to be great. You're going to be a ball player. You're going to get to wherever you want to get to, but you're going to have to work. It ain't going to be easy. And that's one of the things I take from him. And just throughout the whole high school, John Adams, CP3, Chris, CJ, all those guys, all across the board. Just, I can't thank those guys enough because because I was with D1 Sports and then I went from straight to CP3 and they just brought me in with open arms. Right. So I thought that was super dope how they didn't have to do that because I didn't choose them first. They put their egos aside and let me join the team and the rest is history. So Chris, CJ, John, Pop, all those guys down the line, the CP3 organization, Steve, Steve is under the radar. Everybody don't know Steve, but Steve is
Steve the man.
Steve the man.
Steve's the man.
Yeah, bro. I can't thank everybody from my high school experience enough of everything. And to your high school, I want to go ahead and give your shout outs to who has helped you along the way and the good people you've met to help you get where you are today.
Yeah, first and foremost, I'm definitely gonna say thank you to my mom.
Oh, man, for sure. Shoot, like, I forget my parents. Like,
I'm over here thinking like,
hey, listen, they gonna look at this podcast. They're like, wait a minute. Nah, let me go ahead and put them out there. My parents, y'all. See, I deserve this.
I was like, whoa.
Hey, listen. All I'm saying is, they know how much they mean to me. I appreciate them. I definitely wouldn't be here where I am today without them. They took me to countless tournaments.
Man.
A plethora of bread that they've spent on me to go to all these tournaments and make sure I was in good care and stuff like that, and hotels and gas and all that stuff. So to my parents, Theo Pinson Sr., Barbara Pinson, I thank y'all. Love y'all to death.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. I appreciate you.
Imagine doing all that now with these gas prices.
Yeah. Oh my God. Hey, listen.
Oh my God.
Hey, listen. Kids playing local tournaments now.
Man, for real. I live in LA too. Man, let me tell you, it would have been like, oh, you gonna go hoop down the street.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
But nah, definitely my mom. You know, my mom is like the GOAT. She the greatest. Taught me everything, principles, values, all that. And then Jason Mosley, his birthday was yesterday. So shout out to Jason Mosley. He was my high school coach. High school coach, and then turned into my big brother, right? Turned into my big brother, and still talk to him pretty much every single day about advice. What should I do in these situations? And he never like steered me wrong. You know what I mean? I think that's another thing when it comes to like having good people in your circle. Like some people, and you know, like being around the league and things like that, and then even in the sports industry, like some people just tell you what you want to hear sometimes. That ain't it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like
you need somebody to hold you accountable.
Exactly.
That goes a long way. Like
that goes a long way.
I think a lot of people need to hear that for real, because don't get somebody who's always going to be a yes man to you. Like, yeah, bro, do it. Yeah, bro.
Man, what?
Nah. You need somebody gonna hold you accountable. Sit there like, nah, bro, like that ain't it.
This ain't a good look. It's a time and place for everything. It's a time and place for everything. So I think that's one of the qualities that I look for when I'm looking for somebody in my circle, or a role model or a friend and things like that. I need somebody to hold me accountable. Like I might want to go to the club, you know what I mean? But I might have a 8 o'clock meeting in the morning. So even though I'm smart enough now to make that decision to myself, but
for sure.
Just some reinsurance, you know what I mean? Like just some reinsurance, like, hey, nah, dog.
You just need one person.
You just need that one person. Hey, dog, you gotta get up early. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why we about to do this? And Mosley's always been that person. Then my cousin DJ, my best friend, my ride or die, and then my cousins. You know what I mean? My cousins, my aunt, uncle, like my whole entire family. Being honest, we all hold each other accountable. We all pretty much show each other the meaning and the value of love.
For
you know what I mean? So that's super important. But yeah, bro, like having those people in your circle, I always say you always want somebody that's smarter than you in your circle. You should never be the smartest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure. Because
so
then
I
it
want
just helps you expand.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Help you expand. And I think you touched about this on the other episode when you was going through your recruiting process with Coach Williams. You know what I mean? Explain like how did he pretty much, like what did he show you that you like, oh, I need to go to Carolina. That was not basketball related.
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. We talked basketball here and there, but he was asking about my family, how my family was doing. He was asking how my grades were, how my sister was doing, and just little stuff like that. Like at the end of the day, you talk basketball all day. You want somebody who genuinely care about you. You know what I'm saying? He made sure, Coach Williams made sure you knew that he genuinely cared about you as a person. And then when you go on campus and go on your visits, there was no doubt in your mind of it wasn't a fraud. Like it wasn't fake. Like he actually does. Like kids, as far as like they were at the school, they would tell you. They tell you straight up. Like you ask a former player or current player, like, yo, how was he as a coach? How was he as a person? And they'll tell you straight up. And he genuinely cared about you. So it was dope. And like I said, going to college is like you find friends for a lifetime. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like you really do find friends for a lifetime. And all my teammates have helped me in more than they can ever imagine. Just because I went to school for 4 years, so you learning different personalities every year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You learning what makes somebody tick. You learning all these
Mm-hmm.
type of things. So like, I know what gets Joel going. I know what gets
Right.
Justin going. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, I was with Justin for 3 and Joel uh for 4. So
Mm-hmm.
I knew those guys very well, but at the same
Right.
time, everybody else, you still got to figure out how to get that team going and how to get your teammates on the same foot so y'all can go be successful. And like I said, the strength and conditioning staff at Carolina, as y'all know, I had 2 injuries at Carolina, and they got me back right. Doug
Mm-hmm.
Halverson and Jonas Saration. I can't thank those guys enough. Like they were in my corner, motivated me every single day. They even gave me props, just the attitude I had when I was injured. I wasn't a guy to there's a couple times I sulked. It was tough to just keep going, but they helped me
Yeah.
out. But I tried to make sure I wasn't bigger than the team. You know what I'm saying? I just always want to be there for my teammates. And like I said, my teammates, they've helped me out more than they can ever imagine just by just being around them. You know what I'm saying? When I was
Right.
down and I was hurt, I can't thank all of them though. And all my teammates know how much I care about them, and they know I'm here for them whenever. And like I said, in college, you really meet people that you know for a long, long time, and you only got to talk to them every day. You know what I'm saying?
That
Like that's the beauty of it. You don't
that's
have
the
to
beauty
talk
of it
to
right there.
you don't got to talk to them every single day. You can go 3, 4 months, and you sit there and you talk to them, and you think you just talked to the dude yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
You just as excited to talk to him. So I think that's really dope, and I think that's what people need to understand in the relationships. Just check in here and there if you find a little time and just see how they doing because you just never know what somebody going through.
Those little check-ins matter, and those little check-ins go a long way.
For
Whether it's
sure.
a happy birthday, whether it's what's up, just thinking about you, hope all is well. You know what I mean? Those little messages go a long way,
Yeah.
and it shows like how genuine, you know what I mean, how genuine that relationship is. Because like you
Yeah.
said, man, like we said, when you enter the real world, it get real. People get busy. Schedules are
Mhm.
different. You know what I mean? Things
Mhm.
come up. You know what I mean? People have families and things of that nature. So the little check-ins here and there go a long way. And then, like you said, you can not talk to somebody for like 4 months, but then talk to them when you do talk to them, it feel like you just talked to him yesterday. That's when
Yeah.
you know it's like real genuine and y'all understand like, dog, it's just all love. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I think that's important. What's one of the biggest things that you learned or that you live by that one of your influencers or role models taught you?
Ah, man.
I know mine. Mine is definitely ask for advice,
Yeah, you
right?
go ahead. You
I
start.
know,
Yeah.
yeah, when I was young, like I thought I could do everything by myself. I was just like, man,
Mhm.
I'm cool. Like it's a mistake, and
Mhm.
I just deal with it. You know what I mean? But asking people for advice that has already experienced that. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Because that's important. Like at the end of the day, nobody's perfect. We
Yeah.
all know that. Everybody make mistakes. But if somebody already been down that journey, been down that route, and that's somewhere you can see yourself going, man, yo, how was it when you did this? How was it when you did that? Like what was your trials and tribulations and things of that nature? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So asking for advice, and understanding, I think I said this, being vocal. And also Jason Mosley always tell me this, like, be yourself, right?
Mhm.
Don't put on the front for nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody ain't gonna
Yeah.
like you.
Yeah, for
Always be
sure.
yourself. Stay true to yourself. Stay true to
Mhm.
yourself is a big
For
one.
sure. It's crazy you just said that, 'cause I've really never shared this before, like, so one of the times, I think it was the second time I had my injury. So you remember I heard it, early in to start the year. And then I heard it the second time and I thought I was done. And that was the first time I ever went to go talk to a therapist. Like I needed to talk to somebody. And it's messed up because I can't remember his name right now, but it's crazy that you say that.
Nobody's name.
Hey, listen, bro. It run in the family. Like my dad be putting people's names as a garage man or stuff like that.
Hey, yeah, Theezy, you the type of person, somebody be like, you remember this dude? You be like, man, you gotta show me a picture.
I gotta see his face.
Dog. I gotta see his face.
It's the only way, bro. It's the only way. But it's crazy you say that because what he told me that day was stuck to me for the rest of my life. He said, Theo, it's okay not to be okay. You know what I'm saying? Because if you know me, and if most people who watch this, they know me and they see me, like 98% of the time, I'm in a great mood.
Yeah, you happy, excited, smiling. You know what I mean? Life is good.
Listen, bro, because like I've thoroughly go through life and I'm like, you only live once.
Yeah.
You like and cherish every moment, have fun, do what you got, like just enjoy every day because you don't know when your day is up. And there's times that I don't know how I do it. And there could be something I'm going through and I can just block it out. And just
that's special.
Yeah, like I could just go on with my day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I don't know how I do it, but like it builds up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The shit, it don't never go away.
Right.
It's just back there in the corner. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like it's one of those things where he was like, Theo, it's okay to not be okay.
Right.
He's like, and the thing was, before then, I don't like, it's not many times somebody's seen me upset. Like, I don't like to show that I'm upset because I'm the guy who is always trying to make everybody else feel good and happy and understand, like, listen, let's enjoy this time. Let's enjoy this time.
Right.
And I can be sitting there telling you that, and I'm not good.
And you're not good, yeah.
And I'm not good. So it was one of those things where it was like a self-check, be like, listen, if you're not feeling good, just get away a little bit and like embrace that, like talk about it, like get in your own mindset to figure out what's going on and whatever. So I think that was one of the biggest things somebody has told that it was at Carolina. I forgot his name though, but it was one of the things that stuck.
Face. We just need his face.
I just need a face and then it's a wrap. I see his face. But that was big for me. That was big for me. And then you just carry all those things you learn from every experience and taking it to the real world. Boy, hey, listen, this world will chew you up and spit you out. Like hey, listen, everybody ain't your friend. And the thing is, and I hate to say it though, it's like, you're gonna learn the hard way though. Like sometimes you're not gonna learn the easy way. You're gonna learn the hard way. Like I said, the time I didn't make the USA team, I had to learn the hard way. I didn't understand it until it happened to me. And when I learned the hard way, it's like, there might be a wrong way to put it, but like when I learned the hard way, you straighten up a little bit. You're like, okay, I don't want to go through that anymore. So let me adjust to what I do for the rest of my life so I don't have to go through that pain and that hurt anymore, stuff like that. So you try to put everything in your bag to be successful and stuff like that. So like I said, you definitely have to, especially nowadays, bro, like you really got to look and pay attention who really there for the right reasons and really trying to be your friend or like just.
Yeah, because this world crazy.
This world crazy, bro.
We live in a crazy world. But like you said, bro, like another important thing that you mentioned was you got to talk about stuff. You know what I mean? I think that's another big thing for me. Like for me and all my group chats, me and all my homies, my family and things like that. Like if you're going through something, like talk about it, express it, let those people know, because if like you just sweep it under the rug, they think shit is just gonna be cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's only helping yourself out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also helping your friends out, just expressing how you feeling and things like that, being vulnerable and things of that nature. But I think a lot of people don't know this, but I used to work at a nonprofit. I worked at a nonprofit for like a year where I worked as a case study manager. So I had like 15 kids on my caseloads. And I tell you, bro, like that year right there opened my eyes so much out here in LA. Worked with a lot of kids in South Central. And I remember the purpose of the company I worked for was being comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. I've
right?
definitely heard that one.
I
You know,
was
you
like,
get that all the time in
you get
sports.
that all the
Listen,
time in sports. I bet.
we gonna make you uncomfortable. We gonna see if you get cuffed. Like, bro, you
Nah, for
know I'm
real,
not.
for
I'm
real.
tired, bro.
I'm tired. Yeah, well, I just ran these 10 sprints up and down. You want me to
Come on,
go do
bro.
all this and that? Nah, I'm with
What
you.
we doing?
But nah, that right there like opened my eyes as well. And I think that's important because when you get in uncomfortable situations, that's when you really know yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you see like who you really are.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For
So,
sure.
and then that's also when your friends come in.
And you know what's crazy about that? Did you say that? There's not more of a pressure packed free throw I can ever be in my life. Bro, we down, actually we up 2 or 3 points in Cameron Indoor Stadium, and I'm at the free throw line.
Ooh, Duke versus Carolina too.
Come on, bro.
I know it's lit in there. So
hey, listen, bro. Ain't many situations you can more pressure packed than that. I done been in 2 national championship games. I done had to make plays in the national championship with all the like, bro. Waking up, and I know we just backtracking, but waking up that second morning, the second time for the national championship game, me and Joel in the same room. And I remember we woke up and I'm sitting there and I look at Joel and we both wake up same time, which was weird. And we look at each other, we like, dog, we had this national championship game for the second time. This don't happen, bro. And we can't lose this one. Like, you get there and say you can't lose that.
You can't,
you can't, bro. So it's one of those things where you just looking at that situation where you like, listen, you just embrace it. You figure out, are you tough enough and you got enough will? Like you literally prepared the whole summer for this moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't waste all it. Like I went through so much shit that year, bro. It's like there's no way I could have walked out of there without that championship, bro.
No, I bet. When y'all knew, because I feel like you knew that team was stacked, right? That team, that year, y'all was stacked. Y'all was nice.
Yeah.
When you knew, like, did your routine change? Well, not even your routine. Like, did you have any certain like hobbies or things that you did to prep that year to go into like the national
relationships, bro? What we talking about? We got so much closer as a unit and as a team. After we lost it, you could see some teams be like, dog, all right, we about to go our separate ways. We got closer. You know what I'm saying? Right. We got closer as a team. We're like, and I'll go ahead and say this. We would go, if somebody say they was going like, dog, I want to go out. Just need to go out and just get out. Yeah. We're going to go as a team.
Oh.
We're going to go as a team so we know when everybody get back, we all leaving at the same time, and we just going to go back and be like, listen, the next day in practice, we holding everybody accountable. You got to come with it. If we go out, we got to come with it.
Nah, for sure.
And that's what, I'm telling you, bro, that is what prevailed us that year, bro. We were so tight as a unit. There was nothing that could stop us, bro. Like, it was crazy. It was a fun year. But it was dope. And then the crazy thing is, and it's the same thing that's happened in the league. Like every team I've been on, bro, we've came so close together as a team where it was like when we got on the court, as you can see with Brooklyn, we dancing, we having a good time. Like with New York, we was having a good time, blah, blah. And then with Dallas, we was having a good time and we was winning. And then, winning always helped. But at the same time, we were so close as a team. You did whatever it takes to win. You didn't really care about the numbers and all that.
Right.
Of course, you want to get your numbers so you get paid. But at the same time, you just trying to do what you can because you care about the person beside you. So that's exactly what we're talking about. Like those relationships. I mean, like I said, person. you know, one of our role models, Chris, dog. The dude just wants to win.
That's it.
And just being around that, he know when we go against each other, it's all about winning. We ain't friends at that point. Like, it don't got nothing. We family off the court, but when we on the court, we trying to win.
Right.
At the end of the day. So like, he installed that in you, he installed that in me. Like, that's the type of dude he just want to win, bro. He cares about winning that much, and he cares about his teammates. He wants his teammates to be enjoying it also. So
Yeah.
he's a perfect example of what we're talking about, and I think that's and one thing I want to ask you, the I think he assistant GM for the Timberwolves now.
Joe.
Yeah, Joe,
Joe
talk about
Branch.
how he gave you your first opportunity and just how he's really helped you jumpstart what you wanted to do.
Yeah, so Joe was a huge impact as well when I interned at Rock Nation. So Joe, young African American male, took me under his wing when I worked at Rock Nation, and pretty much he really kept it real. Like transparency
Mhm,
is super important to me.
mhm.
Like a lot of people don't like to have those hard conversations in life in
No.
general. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
that's something that I'm big on. Like always having those, whether I want to hear it or not. Like I remember I came into the office with like a hoodie on. Everybody else was suited and booted. You know what I mean? Joe was like, listen, you know what I mean? But it's real
Yeah.
like, dog, one, already, we African American males.
Mhm.
So we already got some odds against us to an
You
extent.
behind the 8 ball at some point.
We behind the 8 ball. So at the end of the
Mhm,
day, like I need to come in some suits or, you know
mhm.
what I mean, at least a collared shirt, things of that nature. So being transparent, and then when he told me, I think I said on episode 1, being in the sports industry, when you want to work with athletes of that nature, you got to be trusted and you got to be liked,
Mhm.
right? So he made sure he instilled that in me, and pretty much in all the projects when I was around the players, he was like, listen, like that connection, being able to be relatable. He was like, you closer in age than I am with these players when that was the 2016 draft. So that 2016 draft class, Karis LeVert, I worked on
Yeah.
Karis LeVert, and dang, I forgot the dude from Michigan. But we all close in age to an extent. So showing them that, like, listen, I have your best interest, but at the end of the day, we both can be relatable to each other. And I think that helped me and Joe pretty much. And I still talk to Joe to this day. Like I hit Joe randomly, like, what up, bro? Like, how's everything? You know what I mean? And we just chop it up. But Joe was definitely a huge impact in my journey for sure. For sure, for
Got
sure.
you. We kinda got a little bit off track a little bit on what the episode was pretty much about with I mean, we still a little bit on track talking about relationships and all that stuff, but, like, we kinda went on a different route a little bit, and that's okay because this our shit. But
Hey, pretty much we can do
hey,
what the fuck we want to do.
we can do whatever we wanna do, but like I said, bro, like, I think the big thing that we wanna take from this is pretty much the relationships and the bonds we build with people along the way. Cherish it, make sure they're transparent, and make sure that they in it with you for the right reasons. I think that's a huge thing that we all need to uh, take accountability for as ourselves too. Just try to recognize those people. And one person I want to give a shout out to. I want to give a shout out to our GM right now, Nico. Transparency is huge. That he's known by it, and I respect him to the utmost about it. He's super transparent as a GM, and that is not something that is really known
It's
for,
not
and
common.
it is not common in the
It's
NBA. So
it's not common.
it's super dope that he's transparent, and whatever happens, he gonna tell you straight up, and you can't do nothing but respect that because you got to think everybody got families, everybody got a living and stuff like that. So he gonna tell you how it is, and I respect him a lot for that and appreciate it. And like I said, bro, I think this episode is dope. It was deep, but it also is something that needed to be said. How we just want everybody to understand once again, understand that this is not a one-way street that you can do by yourself to get where you are today.
Right.
You have to have these people around you to help you along the way. And I think that will help you prevail along the race because you're going to have ups and downs and you need people to help you along the way to talk to at the end of the
That's
day. You,
facts.
you got
And
anything to add?
I encourage everybody to send at least 1 or 2 text messages to
Facts.
whoever cross your mind, you know what I mean? Whether it's a hey, hope all is well, just thinking about you, whatever the case that be, you know what I mean? I encourage everybody to do that. You know, that'll go a long way. Also, like Theo said at the beginning, thank you guys for all y'all support. Tap in with us on Apple, Spotify, whatever the case may be, YouTube.
Facts.
And continue to rock with us.
Everybody tap in, and hopefully next time we have a guest, we're gonna get our guests going, and we're gonna try to do everything we can to spice it up a little bit, show y'all a little different side, so we can get somebody else on here. I know y'all tired of seeing just us two, so we're gonna turn this thing up, and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
They ain't gonna never get tired of us two.
Exactly, that's true. That's true.
That's just
true.
us.
I feel that. So everybody tap in. Thank you. Appreciate the love. Peace.